The movie begins in China, where strange discoveries have surfaced for years. Bones that belong to no known creature, bodies thousands of years old yet perfectly preserved. In 1978, Professor Yang Qiaolin establishes Post 749 in the Kunlun Mountains, a team devoted to uncovering these mysteries. By 1979, soldier Hu Baiyi is among the workers, pushing himself to exhaustion. Each time he falters, Yang Ping, the professor's daughter, is there to lift him up. Their bond grows quickly, stirring jealousy in Baiyi's friend, Kang Sun. During one excavation, the team uncovers a massive skull. Moments later, the cave shakes violently and explodes, wiping out the camp. When the dust clears, a new passage is revealed. Professor Yang prepares to explore it, joined by his daughter Baiyi and a reluctant Kang Sun. Inside, they descend deep into the mountain, past strange flying creatures, until they stumble upon a cavern filled with fossils. Eventually, they emerge from another side of the mountain, where Yang tells Baiyi of legends, an ancient kingdom said to be hidden in these peaks. Their talk is cut short by a shocking discovery, a giant paw print in the snow. Following its trail, they encounter not the beast itself, but swarms of the strange cave creatures. Up close, they see the truth. They aren't butterflies, but twisted bats. At first harmless, one proves deadly when a soldier grabs it bare-handed. Blue flames consume him in seconds, leaving only bone. Chaos erupts as the bats attack, claiming more lives. Gunfire drives them back, but the shots awaken something greater, the giant beast, whose sudden retreat triggers a roaring avalanche. The team flees down the mountain as an avalanche devours soldiers behind them. Soon they're trapped, an abyss yawning before their feet. With no choice but to leap, Professor Yang ties his daughter to Hu Baiyi. The two plunge, their rope snagging on ice, until it snaps. They fall, and Baiyi will never understand how they survived when so many others didn't. At the bottom, only four remain: Baiyi, Yang Ping, Chang Sun, and Professor Yang. Gathering what supplies they can, they press on through the darkness. Soon, a colossal cave reveals itself, home to a towering ruin. Yang calls it the Sacred Palace of Kunlun, said to imprison demons within its 9 levels, the very place he's been searching for. Kneeling before an altar, the professor lights a candle. Its flame flares unnaturally high, summoning swarms of bats that circle the tower in a red glow. He insists Baiyi and his daughter hold the key, and when they walk forward hand in hand, the door responds, glowing, opening, unleashing a storm of spirits. But just as the supernatural awakens, Kang Sun snuffs out the candle. The light dies, the spirits vanish, and the gate of devils slams shut. The cave begins to collapse, rocks crashing as swarms of bats descend. Kang Sun stays behind, sacrificing himself as bait. Consumed by blue fire, his body explodes, taking many bats with him. Still, countless more chase the others. Hu Baiyi, Yang Ping, and her father push forward, reaching a ledge behind a waterfall. The bats close in. Baiyi fights them with a torch, but flames catch on his shoulder. To save him, Yang Ping shoves him into the water below. She and her father leap after, only for a monstrous, dinosaur-like creature to rise from the depths, seizing Yang Ping in its jaws and dragging her away. Devastated, Baiyi surfaces alone. Frozen and burned, he barely makes it back to base, where Han informs him that all the bodies have been recovered, except Yang Ping's and the professor's. Baiyi is the only one left alive. Broken, he abandons this life and takes a train home, haunted by visions of Kang Sun sitting across from him, only to fade into nothing. By 1982, Baiyi lives quietly, working in Mr. Wang's library. One afternoon, Wang takes him to a local restaurant, where Baiyi is stunned to see his childhood friend, Wang Kaishuan, performing as an entertainer. He suspects this reunion is no coincidence. Back at the library, Baiyi discovers a book of Professor Yang's research. Inside is an illustration of the Demon Tower, proof the professor always believed Bai Yi and Yang Ping were destined to open it, which is why he kept them close, bound together by fate. At post 749, explorers uncover a coffin with a woman inside, alive and identical to Yang Ping. But she calls herself Shirley. She has strange powers she can't control and no memory of Yang Ping, so they keep her under watch, treating her as both mystery and threat. Meanwhile, at the library, Hu Bai keeps receiving Professor Yang's books, with pages marked just for him. With Kai Xuan's help, he dives deep into the legends. He learns of an ancient humanoid race, descendants of demons and men said to have come from Saturn. The tower was their legacy, guarded until 10,000 years ago, when humanity finally broke free from the demons' rule. Still, questions remain. Why could he and Yang Ping open the tower? Why did the professor want it unlocked? And who keeps sending these books? By 1985, news erupts. Professor Yang has been found alive, hiding in the mountains. At the same time, West China is ravaged by giant beasts, leaving cities in ruins. Yang warns Han this is the price of opening the tower and joins the investigation. But the chaos reaches Bai Yi too. His old shoulder wound begins to burn, until one day it ignites. Fire races across his back, and the library itself trembles as furniture floats around him. Mr. Wang appears, calm and knowing. He explains the truth. The bats poisoned Bai Yi's blood with demonic force. It gives him power, but it may also drag him into hell. Hu Bai Yi is stunned by Mr. Wang's knowledge, until Wang reveals his truth. With a wave of power, the library transforms into an ancient tomb. He is the protector of Prince Yi, leader of the Solin nation, who once fought the demon race that ruled Earth. Prince Yi sealed the tower with his own body, driving most demons away, though some hid among humans, even marrying into their bloodlines. Bai Yi, as Yi's descendant, carries the power they need to reopen the tower. Meanwhile, at post 749, Han rages at losing Professor Yang, but hope returns when Shirley wakes, claiming her memories and wanting to find her father with Bai Yi's help. Han goes to the library, but Bai Yi refuses, scarred by all the death he's seen. His resolve breaks when he hears Shirley's name. He can't ignore the chance that Yang Ping lives on. Mr. Wang warns against it. The demons want Bai Yi captured. Yet the beast spirits now threaten even the prince's tomb, and Bai Yi knows the answer lies at the source. With Kai Xuan at his side, he leaves the library. In northern China, they join the search team. Chen Dong, Cao Weiwei, a squad of soldiers, and Shirley herself. When Bai Yi sees her again, he breaks down in tears. She remembers his name, but she's cold, insisting she's Shirley, not Yang Ping. With little choice, the team pushes forward, crossing the vast desert on camelback. Days pass quietly until a sudden sandstorm forces the team to flee. They don't realize the storm halts only because they cross an invisible force shield, entering the ruins of Oil City. Safe for now, they dismount, only to learn several men are missing, including Wang Kaixuan. Stranded in the desert, Kaixuan's group faces demons. Soldiers are slaughtered, leaving only Kaixuan and a friend, who escape on a bicycle and eventually reunite with the others in the ruined city. Hearing about the demons, Bai Yi urges retreat. He won't watch another massacre, but Chen Dong and Shirley press to continue. There's little time to argue. The demons strike. The team opens fire, downing one beast, but when they turn back, it's gone. Amid the chaos, Shirley slips away into an abandoned school, and Bai Yi follows. Inside, he finds bodies hanging from the ceiling in a tunnel leading deep underground to the prince's tomb. A demon attacks, wounding him, until Shirley appears and commands it to leave. With eerie calm, she levitates Bai Yi's limp body into a coffin and seals him inside. Back in the city, more demons swarm. The survivors climb high floors, firing silver bullets and rockets, but most monsters dodge and scale the walls. Wei Wei hides as a mannequin before slipping into a bus with Kai Xuan, the two fighting desperately to survive as the demon pounds at the vehicle. Meanwhile, Bai Yi awakens inside the coffin. Panic turns to awe as his wounds seal with supernatural speed. Then Mr. Wang's spirit appears, explaining the coffin is meant to awaken Prince Yi. Darkness swallows Bai Yi, and when the light returns, he's standing before the tower once more. At the tower, Bai finally learns the truth. The beast that seized Yang Ping cast her into the sacred flame, burning her body into a vessel for the demon queen. Now, as surely, she commands the creatures ravaging the city. The queen reveals Yang Ping was the other one able to open the tower, her descendant. But she refuses to surrender her body, warning Bai Yi that killing her means killing Yang Ping too. Bai Yi vows to find another way. Amused, the queen casts him back into the battle. In the city, Bai Yi rescues his friends, but the demons close in. Shirley intervenes to protect him, hurling a car to drive the monsters back. Yet when Bai Yi meets her gaze, he realizes Yang Ping is lost forever. Heartbroken, he raises his gun and fires 3 times. The demons vanish. The tower crumbles. Before collapsing, Shirley kisses him and transforms back into Yang Ping. Bai Yi weeps as she dies in his arms. But then her voice returns. Grateful to see him once more, she asks to be taken to the prince's coffin. Inside, as Bai Yi lays with her, visions flood his mind. Yang Ping's childhood, her hidden powers, her mother's demon bloodline, and Professor Yang's desperate research to save her fate. Bai Yi learns she had revived them all after the mountain fall, and that she has always loved him. As the vision fades, she urges him not to give up on finding her father. Bai Yi honors her wish, leaving the desert with his companions, riding camels beneath a vast sky. Unaware, a giant beast watches them from afar.